Oh, Bobby is not a real person. Like, Bobby can never be a real person. Not him canceling a wedding on last minute. Like, he legit allowed Letabo to plan for a wedding. After that, he's like, nope, this wedding is not going on simply because we don't have funds. And you can tell that he is using the company crisis. The company right now is under a huge crisis caused by himself, of course, and he's using that to make sure that he cancels the wedding between Letabo and himself. Also, another thing is Bobby willing to let go of Letabo, or he enjoys having Letabo around as his girlfriends, and he's not ready really to break up with Letabo because the only thing that he really said was the wedding is off, no one is planning for the wedding anymore, okay? Only for him to go to Ndumi and be like, listen, Ndumi, I'm no one's husband. I've called off the wedding. I did this for us, Ndumi is really such a cute, nice girl. And I do hope and I do pray that really Bobby is not playing Undumi, like he is genuinely in love with Undumi. But hey, with Bobby, it's tricky. You can never know this. Now, another tricky situation is Bobby's brother. Busani is talking to Bobby's brother here about the company. Busani only cares about the company. But Bobby's brother cares about what Bobby just did to Letabo. He goes like, oh, I cannot believe that Bobby is such a selfish person who thinks only for himself and nobody else. Can you believe how he just let Letabo know that the wedding is off after so much effort, Letabo trying to plan for the wedding, And when Busani is like, ay, Letabo nai, after so many years of no wedding or no wedding, so many years have passed by, and now she's thinking that this wedding will happen. Like, what kind of a person is she to even be that naive and be that stupid to think that the wedding will only happen now? And you can tell that the brother is like, no, you don't talk about Letabo like this. The brother really does have soft spots for Letabo. So, like, I wish into a family, because should Bobby end up being with Ndumi, well, then Letabo, who has been his brother's girlfriend for so many years, be with the other brother. Wishy kesana into ongayazi. But yeah, definitely Letabo was hurt, understandably so. If I was in her position, I would have been hurt. Not her mother-in-law advising her that she should just pray for her marriage. She's just like, you know what, perhaps the best that you can do in this situation that you are in is to just pray, pray for your husband. Hey, Sana, abo mother-in-law, they will always give you sideways advice. Like, the advice will always be sideways, never straight, Sana, never. I need Busani to stop trying to fix or save this family business. I need girl to walk away and let Bobby just drown the whole family business, because what do you mean each and every time she attempts to save a family business and no one sees her efforts? Absolutely no one. So Busani tried to make sure that she stops the event where Bobby is planning to show off and sells classic cars, as Busani saw it as a loss in a business profit. But you know what? Bobby wanted to go ahead, refused to listen to reasons. And Bobby also have Ubaba Mncane. One thing about Ubaba Mncane, he wants to see Bobby drag the company down, just so that he could step up and lead the whole thing. So Baba Mncane did everything in his powers to make sure that the event goes on. And guess what Bobby does? Thanks, Baba Mncane. Thank you so much, Baba Mncane. You are the lifesaver. And you could tell that Busani was pissed, but then she couldn't do anything about it, and she lets the event just go on. Also, why is Busani and her mom having such a toxic relationship? Listen, I have seen on screen toxic mother and daughter relationships. Let me tell you, Busani and her mother, they take the cup. They take the cup. Well, guess what? As usual, as Busani has predicted, the cars did not sell. So, all in all, the whole event went to waste of money because the cars did not sell. And Ubaba Mngane somehow knew this, okay? And in a way, he just wanted to boost Bobby's ego just by watching him fail. I wonder what and how will Bobby be reacting next week when he actually realizes that he wasted the company's money. Meanwhile, Bobby is caught between two women. One thing for sure is that I don't understand why Bobby cannot date Ndumi, because some of the chemistry between the two, undeniable, Gasana, undeniable. However, people keep on making excuses that Bobby is married. I'm like, I'm sorry, is Bobby married? Because the last time I heard was the girl wants to organize a wedding now. They want to make it official between the two of them. They're like, it's about time, let's make it official. And I'm like, okay, I thought you all said Bobby is married. So this means Bobby can always choose to walk away from this marriage that is just being organized now and in a hurry, and choose to be with Undumi, because the both of them, oh Sana, I'm in love. I am in love. But yeah, Undumi, sometimes getting involved with a man who has someone else never ends well, most of the time, not even sometimes, child, most of the time, it never ends well. And I'm sorry, it may not end well for you as well. Nolita had to sacrifice her body just so that she can be able to pay for Kuma's hospital bills. We all know that making a deal with Mapoloba is like making a deal with devil himself. When Nolita came crying at Mapoloba's door to ask for money so that she can pay for her husband's hospital bills, guess what Mapoloba asked for? For Nolita's body. At that moment, she felt desperate and she felt like she had to do it. I'm surprised that Solomzi did not step in and step up and offer to pay for Kuma's hospital bill, knowing exactly how Kuma got shot. But Nolita did indeed sacrifice her body, and it looks like it will work, because here is Kuma is awake in the hospital, so they managed to save his life as soon as the hospital bills were paid. But I really, really feel sorry for Nolita. I feel like she keep on sacrificing so much for Kuma, she keep on sacrificing so much for Kuma, and as soon as Kuma finds out, I know that Kuma will not be happy. So now the biggest and the huge awkward conversation has to happen between Kuma and Solomzi, where Solomzi has to explain that, no, Kuma, listen, I did shoot you, but it was completely by accident. I did not mean to shoot you, and I do apologize for shooting you, because it was an innocent mistake. I wonder if Kuma will be convinced that it was a mistake, and I am hoping that the Sekulu brothers, just for once, they will put their differences and target Mapoloba, because clearly they do have a big fish to fry, which is Mapoloba. Really, I don't like how Nolita had to just sacrifice her body the way that she sacrificed her body just so that she can be able to save Ukuma. And how Solomzi just look back and really never tried to help Nolita. And I feel like Nolita at this point, she felt like this is her cross that she has to carry alone, all by herself. And well, we all know that Mapoloba is also portrayed as a very much a clean freak. And the way that he was also wearing gloves and be like, listen, I am not willing to touch you with my hands. This illustrates that Mapoloba portrays Unolita as someone who is dirty, who is beneath him, but yet he's the one who wants her rather. Yeah, guys, like a whole lot is happening. I just cannot wait to see Uxhuma and Usolomzi taking a much needed revenge on Mapoloba, because I'm like, Mapoloba. Velaphi collapsed in the party whilst they were still welcoming a new mayor, and he was rushed in the hospital. It is suspected that his cause of injuries, it's because, you remember, Velaphi was once attacked by Mapoloba. So now Uxhuma had to tell Usolomzi that, listen, we need to work together to take Mapoloba down, because Velaphi's sickness is actually caused by Mapoloba. Now, the real question here is, will Uxhuma be willing to put the differences that he have with Rebecca and work with Rebecca? Because one thing we know for sure is that Uxhuma does not trust Rebecca. Now, not Umam living with Ujafta for Australia. I am so sad that Mam Sondo could be living Gesita. I love her character. But yeah, the way she announces it, that, hey, you guys, I am living with Jafta for Australia. Now, I did saw the trailer whereby it looks like it's going to be someone's funeral, and I'm just like, who might have passed away? But when Matshidiso said, oh, the only thing he left to me is a check, I'm like, okay, it's definitely Matshidiso's husband that might have passed on. One thing about Isita, it's full of comedians, not Utenjiwe partying with university students. I'm eyeing her so hard. Yo, Solomzi. Solomzi on Isita, the enemy has been always putting himself in trouble. Did he not pull the trigger and accidentally eliminate the mayor? Now he went back to Nandi's house, and Unandi Kesana did not hesitate to call the cops and says that she thinks not her husband, who is Solomzi, has killed someone. Now it does seem like the police will go to Solomzi's house, and Nandi will try to change her story and says no, it's not actually what she saw. One thing about Solomzi, will put himself in trouble, and one thing about Rebecca, have a super soft spot for Solomzi, because who else is going to come at Solomzi's rescue now? So Rebecca will feel compelled to come on her son's savior and be her son's savior and try to save the day, in trying to say, listen, this is my son. I will not let him burst under the water, and I will make sure that no one ever finds out that my son tried to eliminate the Mr. Mayor. Now, Uxhuma also will find out that Mr. Mapoloba is the one who tried to eliminate or kill Velaphi. Now, this seems like the relationship between Uxhuma and Mr. Mapoloba will deteriorate as soon as Uxhuma finds out. And it does look like Uxhuma and Usolomzi will work together in trying to frame the mayor as the one who was pushing the corruption of illegal coal. Your Anna Shem Ujafta does really have a huge problem with his sister Rebecca. Because tell me why he has been so... Tell me why he has been having a long face ever since his sister Rebecca came back, okay? According to Ujafta, he is in support of his girlfriend Unomsa, because we all know that Unomsa and Mama Rips do not get along. And I'm just like, you know what, Jafta, like, I do like Mom Nomsa, but when it comes to Rips, like, please leave Rips alone, okay? Jafta, go sort out your issues with your girlfriend and make sure that you stay far away from Rips. We are happy. We, the viewers, are very much happy for Rips return. Rips Kasana, Rips. I am here for Rebecca. No one can convince me otherwise. So Kasana Lwami. So yeah, and Usana, the brothers continue to fight. Usolomzi and Uchuma, they continue to go each other hardcore on each other. It is said that Uchuma will also go as far as getting Usolomzi arrested. And listen, Usolomzi will underestimate the anger that Uchuma have for him, in thinking that Uchuma can easily withdraw his statement, but Uchuma was like, so Zekasana, I ain't withdrawing anything.
Yo sana uvelaphi? Nah. Like Utenjiwe deserve happiness, okay? As soon as Uvelaphi finds out that Utenjiwe is shaking up whether he's a roommate, he totally lost it, okay? He threw tantrums. You would swear that Uvelaphi is 3 years old. Even giving up on school, returning back from arrest, because according to Velaphi, he felt embarrassed by his mom. I'm just like, Velaphi, please, bro, go throw your tantrums far away from us, because Utenjiwe deserve a little bit of happiness, okay? She really does. The girl deserves it, okay? And now, Utenjiwe, of course, tried to be a good mom and put Velaphi first and tried to talk to OJ. But you know what, AJ? I'm not going to allow my son's future to be ruined just because I'm not a good mom, okay? I did not know that you and Velaphi know each other. I did not even know that you are a student in university. So now we need to end our thinging. Utenjiwe tried to bully OJ into telling him that he has to leave their residence, but OJ was like, Andy, things are moving quick between Utenjiwe and OJ, because tell me, why is Utenjiwe holding a whole pregnancy test? I'm like, Sana, we are moving on a fast wave. Sana, to say we are moving on a fast wave, it's even an understatement. Like, siyamuva. This is angas. Siyamuva. Oh, and yeah, obviously both Umam Nomsa and Uvelaphi are not taking this well. Uvelaphi also tries to say, you know what, I will not be allowed to be bullied by OJ. I'll go back to my residence and I will tell OJ to move out. But OJ usisoze sana na andiyindawo, and me and your mother are in love. The sooner you accept that, the better. Chill.
Sana, Rebecca, and Madlokovu were on a one-on-one shootout, and it was so hectic, Sana, because Nandi's auntie really wanted to get Rebecca, and she did manage to shoot her on the shoulder. But before you know it, Rebecca avenged herself and managed to put Nandi's auntie down. Now, what makes me laugh, what's really hilarious, is the fact that Nandi and Rebecca's brother, Jafta, were there just hiding out, not helping, not stopping the fight, doing absolutely nothing to stop the fight, and they act shocked. I'm just like, wow, these two, they honestly watched two people be in a shootout fight and they were not bothered. They were not bothered. Now, I don't know how will Jafta tell Unomsa ukuthi Rebecca is still alive. We all know how Nomsa feels about Rebecca, and how Nomsa was not convinced in the first place that Rebecca is no more. So now Jafta have to convince Rebecca ukuthi Jafta have to convince Unomsa ukuthi you were right, Rebecca is still very much alive. Now let's talk about umuntu kaNandi. Oh, sana uNandi uzitholela isigantsonto. So Nandi is with a man. Nandi is with a man, okay? And honestly, I don't know, guys, when they were attacked on that camping that they went to me, it felt like a little bit staged, and I was like, this attack, it feels a bit staged. It feels like OJ just wanted to get close to Unandi,
and he asked himself how is the best way that he could do it, and he found ukuthi, you know what, probably using the fact that Nandi, or rather just planning a fake attempt may